In this video, I'm going to reveal the things about web hosting that no one tells you. You're going to learn why all of those speed comparison tests that you might see, maybe other YouTube videos, they're all complete garbage, and these people don't know what they're talking about and they don't know what they're doing. And most importantly, once and for all, I'm going to show you how you could take a web hosting account that costs as low as $6 per month and have it perform just as well as a $60 per month, $100 per month web hosting plan. I'm going to teach you all of these secrets in this video. So this video is for you if you want to make your website faster, or if you're looking for a new web hosting service for your websites, or if you ever wondered why some web hosting services are really cheap while others are very expensive. I'm going to pack a ton of valuable information that's going to help you for the lifetime that you have a website. It's going to help you make better decisions, have a faster website, and spot people that just don't know what the heck they're talking about. So first, let's talk about these comparisons, or should I say false comparisons, because they're complete and utter garbage. The problem with all of these comparisons is they're not comparing the same thing. It's like saying, I'm going to compare these two apples, when obviously I'm not holding two apples. I'm holding an onion and I'm holding an apple. Actually, it's not even an apple. It's probably like a peach or something. You can't compare two things, say that they're the same when they're obviously not the same. And that's the problem with all of these comparisons. They're not comparing the same thing, and they know it, or they don't know what they're talking about. And that's the common thread with all of them. So in this video, I'm going to reveal all these dirty little secrets, and I'm going to teach you exactly what you can do to a lower priced web hosting account to make it perform just as good as a higher priced web hosting account. And it will only cost you a few pennies extra per month. Now, there's really only two things that will make one web hosting service perform better than another web hosting service, and you can add them yourself to your web hosting plan. And it's the same exact techniques that are being automatically applied to your web host when you're paying the higher price per month. They're essentially doing this for you. So it's like they have an unfair advantage. They're doing these two techniques that automatically, because you're paying way more money for it, it's going to cost you pennies, where when you go direct, it's going to cost you $10, $20, $50 more per month. Depending on the plan you choose, it's going to cost you a lot more per month, but it really only costs a few pennies extra per month. Now, the first thing that they're doing is caching automatically. Let me explain to you what caching is. This is your website, whether you realize it or not. This is your website. I'm your web hosting server. You want to access some of what's in here. So you come to the website and you click on the About Me page, and you're asking me, give me the About Me page. And this is what I do. I go over here and I look through the filing cabinet all while you're waiting. And okay, so let's see, we got this one right here. Okay, here is that About page, all while someone's sitting there and waiting. That is typical web hosting. Here is web hosting when you have caching enabled. I'm your web hosting server. Here's your website, and you're coming to me asking me to see the About page. And oh, here it is. I got it right here. There you go. See how much faster that was? I didn't have to go in there and look for it and pull it out and dig it out and hand it to you. I just had it sitting there nice, ready, waiting for you to ask for it, ready to go. Now that right there is caching in a nutshell. I'll leave this here for later. Now you might be saying to yourself, oh, I already know what caching is. I have one of those caching plugins. I use a free one, or I bought one. Well, that is not the solution to the problem. The solution is to choose a web hosting service that has server-side caching options. Let me show you two hosts that are super affordable that have these server-side caching options, and I'm going to show you how to turn them on. So here's one of them, WP Engine. They charge a lot of money because they do this automatically for you. Another one is Kinsta, which is fantastic service. They charge you a lot of money because they do all these things for you. And here's here's another one, WPX Hosting. They charge you a lot of money because they do these things for you, but we're not going to use any of these expensive services. I'm going to recommend 2 services for you, and I'm going to tell you why. One of them is going to be NameHero. I have links to this down below, or go to wpcrafter.com/NameHero. Look at the big price difference. This is the account I have that we're going to be testing it off of, but you can see this account right here is as low as $4.30. Now that's for a single website. This is a little bit more. It has some more resources, and it allows you to have 6 websites, and here's your unlimited website option. There's something specific about NameHero. The same goes for A2 Hosting. You could visit wpcrafter.com/A2 Hosting and look at these prices. They have lower starting prices here. Now, what makes these 2 hosting services different than other low-cost options is the technology they're using is called Lightspeed. They're using something called Lightspeed technology. You don't get this with Crapgator or PooHost or any of those really low-quality web hosting companies that you see suggested and recommended all over the place. It doesn't come with those, but it comes with these. Lightspeed Hosting is a technology on the server that's going to do these server caching. So that example where I showed you I have this ready to go, the server's automatically going to do those. And because it's based on Lightspeed, you don't even need to purchase a caching plugin. This is the free Lightspeed Cache plugin that is specifically designed to work hand in hand with the server to do server-side caching and front-end caching. It doesn't cost 1 penny. Sure, you can go get WP Rocket for $40 per year per site, but why when you can just choose a better quality web host that has this kind of bundled and included with it? In fact, here's a site that I have set up on NameHero that already has Lightspeed Cache installed and configured, and here's some speed scores that I ran today. So you can see right here, the size of the site is almost 3 megabytes, and it loaded in less than a second. And then here is an earlier test that I did, and this time it loaded in less than half a second. Now here's the thing, everything that you need in order to fully take advantage of this is not turned on by default. It's a little bit technical. That's why you're saving all this money on hosting, because I'm going to show you right now the places you need to go and click in order to turn all of this on. So here I am on the control panel for my NameHero account. And what we need to do is check a few boxes. Literally, that's all we need to do. Now, obviously, this looks a lot more techie. I'm going to walk you through it. It's okay. And if techie's not good for you, you could pay more money per month and have something that's a lot less techie. But we're trying to save money and have high performance in this video. So right here where it says find functions, you can just sign up for a NameHero account or A2 Hosting. It's going to look pretty much identical minus the logo. Sign up for an account and this will be your control panel. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to go in here and type PHP. And that's what you're going to search for. And then here's going to be, it's saying select PHP version. Click on that option. Now, by default, these 2 options are not going to be checked. I've already checked them. That's how I did that speed test in the first place. So we see all these weird checkboxes here, and we don't know what the heck they are. That's okay. We're only looking for 2 of them. So one of them that we're looking for is right here where it says memcached. You want to make sure you check that. It won't be checked by default. The second one that we're looking for is Redis, and that's right over here underneath our Redis. You're gonna want to check that box as well. These are server-based caching technologies that are gonna make your website run so much faster. Now, with those enabled, you're going to want to log into your WordPress website. You're going to go to plugins, click on add new, and then do a search over here on the top right for Lightspeed Cache. You'll see the option right here. Click on install now, and then click on activate. Once you do that, you're going to have a new options panel right here that says Lightspeed Cache. I'll go ahead and click on that. Now, if your server technology is not based on Lightspeed, you're going to get a big fat warning warning here, and it's going to let you know that this isn't going to work as good as it could work if you had hosting that was based upon Lightspeed. Now, the second thing is, this is not going to be a full tutorial on this plugin. I do want to make a full tutorial on it, but I don't want to make this video too long. It by default is going to have a lot of the right settings, and there's of course little tweaks that we can make to it. I'll tell you one of the settings I would want you to enable right now. You would go over to where it says cache. You'd go over here to where it says object and click there. And then right here, we would turn the object cache on. We would switch it from memcache to Redis right here. And then right here where it says port, you'll want to change that to 6379, exactly like you see right here. Now this Lightspeed Cache plugin has a ton of performance enhancements, and it's literally, in my testing, just as good, if not better, than WP Rocket, which I believe the current price is about $40 per year per site, and they have an unlimited license. Hey, I just saved you that. You don't have to worry about paying that per year if you get web hosting that is based upon this Lightspeed server technology. So now I hope you're seeing why these comparison tests are complete baloney, because they're not comparing the same thing. You cannot compare a service that has caching enabled by default, which is all those higher priced services. You can't compare that to a service that doesn't have it turned on by default. You can see it's quite easy to turn it on yourself if you know where to click, and you could pay more money to a service for them to click those boxes for you. But in this video, I just want you to see how those comparison tests, that is why you see some perform better than others. It's not because the other service is poor. It's because it's not an apples to apples comparison. Now, the next thing that makes those higher priced services way faster than the lower priced services is a real sneaky trick, and it's called a content delivery network. They come with these automatically installed, automatically configured, and they are doing their thing, and it gives them an unfair advantage in these comparison tests. But the good news is you can add it for just pennies per month. It is so inexpensive. But first, let me explain what the heck a content delivery network is. So right now I'm in Southern California. Say you're in Germany, and you're at the website and you're like, show me the About Us page. And I'm like, all right, here's the page. Do you want me to mail it to you? Do you want me to FedEx it to you? How would you like me to send this to you? You're so far away. Now, with the content delivery network, instead of me being here and you being there, I'm going to take a copy of this and I'm going to put it in strategic locations all around the world. So now it's right down the street from you. If you want access to this, it's going to be geographically closer to you. It's going to be a much shorter distance to travel to get access to this. And that's what a content delivery network is. It takes all of your images, all of your CSS code, all of these different JavaScripts, everything that makes your website, and it takes it, it distributes it all around the globe. Literally, it's going to put a copy in Japan. It's going to put a copy in Hong Kong. It's going to put a copy in Africa. It's going to put a copy in multiple locations in Europe. It's going to also put a copy in Australia. It's going to distribute this all across the world. So as people visit your website from all across the world, they're going to be able to access it much faster because it's physically a lot closer to them. So that's what you see right here. It says WPX Cloud CDN. All it is a content delivery network, but it's automatically enabled and included in the price. However, it only costs pennies per month. Here you can also see with Kinsta, it says free SSL and CDN. It's the CDN that's making the website, along with the caching, work unbelievably fast. And on WP Engine, actually, I don't see it as a line item, but I'm sure if I compared all plans, it's going to be listed. Yep, there it is, Global CDN. This is one of those things that they're doing to automatically distribute your website and make it run faster. And here's the solution right here, Bunny CDN. I've been using Bunny CDN since 2018, so I've been using it for years. It's an amazing service. It's the most affordable service for a CDN, and it just costs pennies per month. It's made a difference in so many people's websites that have been following the content on this channel. So instead of paying 10 times extra for your web hosting account for caching that I just showed you how to get free and a CDN, you can come here and I'm sure you'll probably only spend maybe 25 or 30 cents per month depending on the amount of traffic your website gets. That's per month, not per day, per month. Now let's take a look at how they charge. So I'm going to click on pricing right here, and I have a link to this website as well, or you can visit wpcrafter.com/bunnycdn. So here are the pricings right down here. Now it's based upon the different access points across the globe. So if someone is in Europe or North America and they're going to your website, it's only going to cost 1 penny for a gigabyte of data transfer. If it's in Asia, it's 3 cents. If it's in South America, 4.5 cents. And South Africa, it's going to be 6 cents per gigabyte. I really wouldn't obsess over the cost per gigabyte because realistically, for each website you have this service on, you're really spending pennies per month to get this unbelievably fast speed, and it also takes a load off of your web hosting account service. Now, I just had to pop back in this video because I know there's some naysayers right now, and they're saying, why would I pay for Bunny CDN when I can get Cloudflare, which also has a CDN for free? And here's what I want to say. Test them side by side. I rather have a much faster website at the cost of just a few pennies instead of using the free CDN that comes with Cloudflare that in no way, shape, or form is as fast as Bunny CDN. Now, if you don't have a couple extra pennies to spend each month, hey, I get it. I do. You might not. And if you don't, go use Cloudflare. That is fine. It's going to be okay. But there is no comparison between the speed you get with Bunny CDN and Cloudflare. I dare you to test it, but the free option is there for you. But really, we're only talking a matter of pennies. We're talking about pennies. If pennies make that much of a difference to you, please use Cloudflare. I actually love Cloudflare. I don't use it for their CDN because Bunny CDN is way faster. It's an option. It's there available to you. Okay, if you want to get a Bunny CDN account, I have the link below. You can go here and click on try Bunny CDN. Actually, I haven't done this for a while. Oh, it looks like they're going to give you a 14-day trial, which is actually really good. Essentially, what's going to end up happening is you'll set up an account and you're going to need to fund it. And they have a minimum funding level, and I believe it's only $10. So you're going to pop $10 in there to credit your account. And I'm going to show you how to configure it with your website right now, but it's just going to start ticking away at that $10. Now, once you have your account, you're going to log in. You're going to click on where it says pool zones. Then you're going to click right here where it says add a pool zone. Then we're going to add a name for the pool zone. You could just name it what your website address is, whatever. It doesn't actually really matter what you name it, but you are going to use this on your website. I just entered in name hero demo. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to click right here and I'm going to paste in the URL to the site. And then I'm going to scroll down and it's just confirming the cost of these zones. Now, if I didn't want to have my website assets stored in some of these zones because maybe I'm afraid of the cost. So for example, North America and Europe is only a penny a gigabyte, but South Africa is 6 times more expensive. I can click right here and that's saying don't distribute my website to South Africa. And this could just disable it. I'm going to leave it on. So we'll go here and we'll click on where it says add pool zone and it just takes a sec to set up. Now what we need to do is copy just a tiny little bit, and this is the name of that pool zone. You can see right here, so it's what I named it, .b-cdn.net. I'm going to copy that into my clipboard. What's going to happen is I'm going to take this over to the website, and all of the links to images and CSS and all those kind of different files that make up my website, they're going to get pushed out to Bunny CDN, and then they're going to distribute it around the world. And then all the links to view those different assets are going to change. So you can see an example. So right here is what the URL would be to my logo now. And after I make this change, you can see the URL to that logo, it's actually changed to Bunny CDN. Now, it's super easy to implement this. Here I am back on my website with Lightspeed Cache there. Lightspeed Cache is going to integrate the CDN for me. So I'm going to go over here where it says Lightspeed Cache, and I'm going to hover down right here to where it says CDN. I'll click on that option. And right here, there's this first option, which I'm going to leave off. And that is Lightspeed Cache. They're actually kind of creating their own CDN solution. It's going to cost more than Bunny CDN. In fact, if you price shop CDNs, you're going to come right on back to Bunny CDN because it's the lowest priced for the speed you get out there. Okay, so here's how we're going to set this up. It's so easy. Where it says use CDN mapping, we're going to turn this on. Where it says CDN URL, we're going to paste in that URL, which is the pull zone that we got over on Bunny CDN. And we want to make the format look similar to this. So we have to add the HTTPS, the colon, the slashes, all of that. Just make it look just like that, and also end it with a slash. Then right here are some options of what we want to send into the CDN, and we're going to just leave that all the way that it is. Now when we scroll down where it says original URLs, this is where we need to put in the actual URL of the website, and we need to kind of follow this format. And actually this is it right here. Let's see if it lets me just copy and paste that in there. There we go. That is exactly how you need to format it, which is the URL to this website. So now what I can do is scroll down and click on Save Changes, and what it's going to do is it's going to replace all the URLs to the images and to all of these little files that make up your website. It's going to push that into the CDN. Now here I am back on Pingdom to do another speed test. I just did this speed test, and you can see there's some improvements. But what I wanted to show you is when I scroll all the way down, it shows what these 30 requests, these are individual files. It shows me where those are actually coming from. And so when I scroll all the way down, you can see these URLs. You can see it's the URL to the content delivery network. It's no longer the URL to my actual website. So now what's going to happen is all this content is geographically close to my website visitor. They're distributed all across the globe so they can get them lightning quick, and it will make my website run that much faster and be that much more stable. Now I wanted to show you where if you weren't going to use Bunny CDN, and that's totally fine, it's your choice. If you're not going to use it and you prefer Cloudflare, which in my testing is slower, you could still use it. So instead of the CDN mapping here, you would scroll all the way down and you can integrate it with Cloudflare and their API. You can turn it on, pop in your email, your API key, and your domain name, and you are good to go. It will use Cloudflare as the CDN. Cloudflare is a free service. It's entirely outside of what I'm showing you in this video, but I do want to make a video on it. Like I said, I use Cloudflare personally, but I don't use it for its CDN. And that's it. And that's why all of those comparisons that say they're both apples and they try to compare the two when they know they're not the same. They know that one has a CDN automatically configured and it's being distributed around the world. They know that there's server-side caching going on, that there's all kinds of different forms of caching going on in order to make that website load that much quicker because all the info is right there close to the website visitor. They know that that's happening. However, they are making it sound like this $100 or this $50 per month web hosting plan is that much superior. The only thing is it's a lot more non-techie friendly, if you want to say it, because they're doing a lot of this stuff for you. They're doing all of it, as a matter of fact, automatically for you. But if you were to strip that away, strip their CDN away, strip their caching mechanisms away, it would perform just as good, if not worse, than the web hosting providers that I've suggested to you today in this video. Now, there's still some things that those services don't do, and you're going to be able to do if you go this Lightspeed route. So there's performance optimizations that you can make to your website. They don't do it automatically, but this Lightspeed Cache plugin has some of those options all built in there, and you don't have to pay anything extra for them. It will do performance optimizations on your code. It will minify, it'll combine, it will optimize your images. All these options are built into this Lightspeed Cache plugin. So really what I need to do is make a full video on Lightspeed and this caching plugin. Will probably end up being like a 20-minute video showing you all the different settings, the most optimal settings in order to get the most performance. But keep in mind, this will not work on every web hosting service out there. They specifically have to have their infrastructure built on Lightspeed in order for you to be able to leverage this complete solution for caching and performance in this plugin, as well as the server-side caching options that I just showed you. And that's it in a nutshell. That is what they don't want to tell you. Now, let me just let you know one more thing. I will declare right now that I am not an expert in any of this stuff. Sure, I have a YouTube channel. I've been making videos. I'm probably an expert at making videos. I'm an expert user of WordPress. I'm not a developer or an engineer or a coder or any of these things. I learned by doing, but everything that I've talked about in this video, if you were to ask anyone if I'm being straight with you, they will all agree I am being completely straight with you. These are these components that you can add to more affordable hosting in order to have a equivalent service to some of these really expensive services. Now, obviously, there's one more missing piece to those more expensive services that you're not going to get maybe, and that is they might have easier to communicate with technical support. So Name Hero, they've got really fast technical support, and A2 Hosting, they have good technical support, but sometimes they might not be as communicative like a normal person in a normal conversation that you're going to find from a SiteGround or you're going to find from WP Engine, especially Kinsta. So if you're a Kinsta user, I'm not saying at all that you're paying too much money, because the reality is you're paying all that extra money because you want the service, and that's the person on the other end that you can reach in a moment's notice for anything, and they're going to speak to you like a human being, not like an engineer. You are paying for that, and that is worth every penny. So I'm not saying that those services aren't worth it. It's worth it for that if you value that, but not everybody values that, and not everybody has the same skill level. What you're going to notice is once you've had a website for a few years, you're become very competent in most of the time never even having to contact support. I'll tell you, I never have to contact support. Well, actually, maybe once or twice I have to, but I'm very technical now, so I can communicate in a very technical way, and I don't need that friendliness from them. And because of that, I don't really feel the urgent need to pay for that. But you might or you might not. The good thing is you have the options. So I'm not putting these services down that charge more. They're really charging more for the support. But what I am putting down is all those comparisons that aren't comparing the same thing, but they lead you to believe that they are comparing the same thing. And it's just a bunch of nonsense, to be straight with you. So if you learned something in this video, if you think this video can help someone, take this and share it around. Give this video a thumbs up. It's going to help me here on YouTube. And if you like content like this, subscribe and click on that notification bell. I'd love to have you here in the community. If you have any specific questions about Lightspeed Cache or anything that we've talked about, you can ask me in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.